Hello, everyone. Thank you for letting me be part of your day. Before I do anything else, yes, let me go over here. Books are available at authorjerrymitchell.com, or you can go to giveguide90.com, follow the links from there, like so many of you do. Also, don't forget all the buttons that you like to push, right? You know which ones they are. Just do them. Just I'll take a hint from, was it Nike or somebody? Just do it, right? Just do it. Going to look at something today. Last episode, I looked at how sometimes we don't always get what we expect, right? But what should we expect from our faith? Well, that question is going to be different, or the answer to that question is going to be different for each of us. I don't know what you might be expecting. I'm expecting great things, right? Sometimes I get them. In a couple of months, I hope you will see the results of that. No, there's not another book. Just putting that out there. I got to go here. Something that brings a lot of people into Christianity, in the Christian realm. They put their faith in our Creator because they want that comfort of going to heaven when they die. They want to be surrounded by all their friends, all their loved ones. They want to be in the presence of God. They want all this. And they spend so much time looking forward to that, and they should, but they spend so much time focusing on that they forget the here and the now. Of course, living on the new earth with all of the other people who found that narrow gate, that is going to be a tremendous experience, one that we can't even fathom. We should look forward to it with excitement, joy, right? But if you're not receiving the blessings where and when you are in the present, think about this, you're missing it. You're missing what you could have right now. And I could use the prodigal son, right? But I'm not going to. The one son says, Dad, what's going on? He leaves, he comes back, you throw him a party. The father says, yeah, but you've been here the whole time. You could have had this all the time. Not going to go there today. Now, what is this joy-filled feeling? What I'm not saying is that you need to be like a giddy, giggling schoolgirl. All right, that's a different kind of happiness. It's the kind of happiness you get when you see something happen and you feel entertained. Okay, right? That's different. What I'm talking about is that deep down joy and comfort that a lot of people, they trust our Creator. They say, oh, God, I love you. Yes, I want to be with you. But they don't have that joy. For them, it's work. Hopefully, you're not one of those folks. Hopefully, you don't spend so much time being more concerned about going to heaven than you are about living living and serving our Creator now. And I think part of the reason that some of these folks don't have that is they have actually chosen to put their trust in God for the wrong reason. Maybe it's a selfish reason. You see, they don't want to love and serve. They want to get all the benefits without putting in the time to do it, right? They want to eat dessert before they make supper. Just saying. That's not how it should work. Some folks think, and I know they've been told this. I've heard people say this. Oh, if you just trust Jesus, he'll solve all your problems. No, he won't. No, he will not. Our Creator is not there to solve our problems for us. He's there to guide us to the best solutions for the problems that we face. We're the ones that have to put in the time. We're the ones that have to do the work. Right? And it's going to be a solution where he receives the glory and the honor that he deserves, not where we get the glory, not where we get all the accolades. In 1 Kings 4, Elisha brings the son of the Shunammite woman back to life. He does it for a widow once again in 1 Kings 17. Now, both of these women had faith, and both expected something. Why can I not talk today? The Shunammite woman, she expected Elijah to bring her son back to life. That's why she went to the prophet to start with. The widow wasn't quite so sure what was going to happen. She knew something was going to happen. She just didn't know what. Jonah's another good example. He travels to Nineveh eventually, right? He goes through the city, delivers the message. He sits down and he says, I'm going to watch the show. This is going to be good. When our Creator doesn't destroy Nineveh, Jonah gets angry. Not because he was expecting the Creator to destroy Nineveh, but because destroying Nineveh was Jonah's own selfish hope. It wasn't God's plan. Jonah says at the beginning of chapter 4, Jonah, however, was greatly displeased, became angry, so he prayed to the Lord, saying, O Lord, isn't this what I said while I was still in my own country? This is why I was so quick to run away to Tarshish. I knew that you are a gracious, compassionate God, slow to anger, abounding in loving devotion, one who relents from sending disaster. And now, Lord, just kill me. Just kill me. It's better for me to die than it is to live because I didn't get my own way. I'm paraphrasing here, right? You see, Jonah blamed himself for the storm at sea, right? He was angry at everything except himself. And then, at the end of chapter 4, God steps in and says, hey, Jonah, who are you mad at? Who are you really mad at? You see, Jonah didn't see that coming. He didn't expect God to make him face his own selfish thoughts. He didn't see what was happening around him. He loved God. God wouldn't have chosen him if he didn't. But here's the thing. Jonah needed Nineveh so that he could face his own selfishness as much as the Ninevites needed to hear the message he delivered. Peter had faith, right? Didn't Peter have faith? I hope. Peter had a lot of faith. But he had to face his own weaknesses. All of them. And he had quite a few. You see, something that each of these folks have in common, each and every one, probably you too, probably me. I don't know of anybody out there who doesn't have some type of a problem. what they had in common, though, is their experiences caused them to look deep into themselves and answer a question. Why do I trust God? What's your reason for trusting God? Is it only because somebody said if you do, you're going to go to heaven when you die? Or, oh, if you just trust God, he'll solve your problems. If you choose to trust and love our Creator, hopefully you're going to expect him to love you back and him to trust you back. Now, I have said before, if you look at Job, it says that Job trusted God. For God to trust Job enough to defeat Satan, I don't know if I want God trusting me that much. Just saying, I'll do almost anything, right? Not sure I want to go there. I don't see that happening. I don't think. I hope. I don't see that happening. How our Creator loves us, how he trusts us. He doesn't solve all of our problems. He guides us to the best solution for the best outcome. He doesn't provide a new earth to live on for, he does, he will, but that's not all he does. He offers us a joyful, productive, successful life right here, right now. He doesn't give us everything we want. He gives us what we need when we need it, as long as you're willing to work for it. Sometimes what we need might be a message from somebody else. Maybe it's an idea for how to help someone else. Sometimes he makes doing the right thing easy and the wrong thing hard, right? Talked about that before. Sometimes he just sends somebody to remind us that he's trying to help us, even in ways that we might not realize we need help. You see, living the way we're designed to live makes it easier to see and experience the blessings that he provides, and it's easier to remember that his way will always be the best way. Even when we have a door closed between us and something we think we want, if we're living the way we're designed to live, we're going to know, and it's going to be obvious, that the thing that we thought we wanted wasn't the best thing for us. So whatever your reason for trusting our Creator is, you're going to receive and recognize more blessings if you choose to live the way you were designed to live, right here, right now. The best part is, you won't have to be dead to experience those things. You can have that feeling, that comfort, that joy, right here, right now. And that's something to think about until next time. And until next time, I do hope you experience many, many blessings, everyone.